Welcome to Cut the Ish, Real Talk Sports, where we strip away the fluff and get straight to the heart of the game. From the hottest plays on the court to the controversies off it. We're breaking it all down with unfiltered takes and raw honesty. No sugarcoating, no holding back. Just real talk for real fans. Let's get into it.
Hey everybody, how y'all doing today? This is Keisha with Cut the Ish, Real Talk Sports. I hope you're having a fabulous hump day. I am in the building to talk some women's college basketball, but before we get into it, please hit the like button. Hit the like button as you come on in the door. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, please do me a favor and just hit the subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. If you want to donate to the channel, you can always hit the $ at the bottom of the chat, or you can donate to me at Cash App or Venmo, either way. But thank y'all for being here this mid-evening stream. I am ready to get into these topics. I'm going to talk about LSU breezing through the Cupcakes. It was cupcake season for a while. It is New Year's Eve, and cupcake season has came to a close for my LSU Tigers. We're also going to talk about the Power Rankings and how UCLA has jumped the Gamecocks in the next ESPN Power Rankings that came out about a couple of hours ago. Oh, wait a minute. You guys can hear me, right? Make sure y'all can hear me. I'm muted. Hold on. I thought I could hear. Hold on. Look, it say y'all can hear me. Am I losing? Oh no, you can hear me, right, Brian? Okay. All right. Put a 1 in the chat if you can hear me, because I'm just making sure. I'm not muted. Okay, cool. Yeah. We're gonna talk about how the Gamecocks got jumped by the Bruins in the latest Power Rankings over a couple of hours ago, and we're gonna get into that. But let me see. What's the first thing we should get into first? I think I'm gonna get into my LSU Tigers first, because cupcake season is over, as Tula Plays will always say. We went into cupcake season and came out 14-0. Let me just move us over to the side right quick. Let me bring up this article because I want to read a little bit to y'all and then show y'all a little bit of what Coach Brooks had to say, because he is our upcoming matchup. But hold on, let me get to this article that I wanted to show y'all. What's the name of it? Oh, I always do this. I be looking for stuff. Okay, here we go. All right, chat. Cupcake season has come to an end. The LSU preparing for a tough stretch after breezing through non-conference schedule. Kim Mulkey has the LSU women's basketball program flying high to start the 2025-26 season. The Tigers completed their non-conference slate in dominating fashion, going a perfect 14-0 with an averaging margin of victory of 55 points per game. Their 108 points per game leads the nation, and they currently hold the number 5 ranking in the latest AP poll. So we're going to let that sink in. They beat teams by a margin of 55 points a game. Unprecedented offensive explosion for the Tigers. The Tigers lead the nation in several major statistical categories, including points per game, 108, field goal percentage, 55% they shooting on the floor, points per 100 possession, 131.5, offensive rebounds, 285, and They lead the nation in steals, 228 for their team. LSU also possesses great depth, leading the nation with 50 bench points per game. A total of 7 Tigers are averaging double-digit points per game, with Malaysia Fawale and Flajay Johnson leading the way with 15 points per game. The Tigers do look invincible up to this point of the season, but the start of the SEC play presents a tough challenge right out of the gate. So, guys, I know we said it was cupcake season. I know we said this non-conference schedule. A lot of people don't like. They feel like you can't get a gauge on how the team is really looking. But you do have to give it up to the offense that Kim Mulkey put on the floor during this non-conference schedule, because they're shooting 55% from the field and they're putting up the most points of any team in the NCAA for women's basketball this season, regardless of the opponent. It's also been well documented, in my opinion, that Kim's squad is a new squad. A lot of these, you got 4 new freshmen, you got 2 or 3 transfers, and you have the old veterans that have been on the team, which is Michaela Williams and Flajay Johnson. But you had to get all of these moving parts to gel with the transfers and the newbies. So it has been an incredible run during non-conference play. In my opinion, is exactly what they needed, because they had so many different moving parts, and it gave them a chance to gel and have fun as a team. I don't think I've ever seen a Louisiana women's basketball team score at this rate. I could be wrong, but I haven't seen. And Kim has been able to. She has been able to almost do a sometimes 4 out, 4 in, 5 out, 5 in. She has been. She has seen all these different combinations, starting lineups. I remember I was listening to a game. She's had several starting lineups changes. She has seen every pretty much combination known to man, and the freshmen are seen to be coming along in their development pretty well, especially in my opinion, Grace Knox. Grace Knox is 6'2", a 6'2" player. She was SEC Freshman of the Week last week. She didn't play the last game because she had personal things to do, which was already cleared by the coach Kim Mulkey. It was already planned for her to be out this last game against Alabama State. But Grace Knox, to me, is ahead of schedule. She's a freshman that I can see consistently giving the Tigers a double-double, which we haven't seen since Angel Reese. So in my opinion, she's ahead of schedule. I like Bella Hines. Just talking about the freshman, I like Bella Hines. I like Bella Hines a lot. So you got that going on. Divine Burridge is coming along as well. So let me tell you something. This team is going to be fun to watch. And that added piece of Malaysia Fawale as a transfer coming in. She knows she's going to be playing with Flajay. She knows how to win. She's been on winning teams before. She's been in pressure moments. So I think it's going to help anchor this team along with Michaela Williams, who likes to put people on that 12 island. But I am going to, before we get into the next slate of teams they have to play, I am gonna let y'all listen to a little bit of what the Kentucky. Their first opponent is with Kentucky tomorrow, January 1st at 7 o'clock. Kentucky Wildcats coach Brooks had some words to say about the team leading into SEC play. Coach Kenny Brooks, he coached the Wildcats. The Wildcats right now, let me look them up just to make sure y'all know where they are, because they are the number 12 team in the land. I like Coach Brooks a lot. I like him a lot. I know he lost Georgia Amore, which was who had been with him for a while, but he has replaced her with another capable point guard. She's not getting a lot of hoopla, but the Kentucky Wildcats, make no mistake, are still rolling. They right now are 13-1. Their only loss came to number 7 Maryland. They lost to number 7 Maryland 74-66. Other than that, they have been unblemished. They played one other ranked opponent. That was Louisville. They beat them 72-62. So the Wildcats are coming in with a new they do have a new point guard. Her name is, don't make me lie, Keisha. Don't make me lie, because I always be trying to make sure I know these girls' name, but I be forgetting. Hold on one second. I know her name. Her name is their point guard is Morgan. Tony Morgan. She is a senior. She's averaging 12 points a game, 3.2 rebounds a game, and 8.4 assists a game, while shooting 47% from the field. So, Coach Brooks loves to have him a floor general on the floor. That's nothing new for him, but his team is the number 12. I think they're the number 12 team and number 11. Okay, number 11 team in the nation. Let's hear a little bit from him. Hold on, let me take this down. Here we go, Tulip plays. Don't start it. We're gonna get into that. Just hold on. Let's hear a little bit, and then I'll tell you a little bit about I'll show y'all a little bit of Morgan's, who is his new point guard. She's a senior, and she's picking up where Georgia Amore left off. But hold on, let me bring up Coach Brooks. If I can get this to go down. It's slow today for some reason. Here we go. Why are you slow? Why is it taking you all day to come up? Okay. Here we go. All right. Let me make sure this is loud enough. Yeah, it's all the way up. Okay, here we go.
But we played our strengths, and when you get Clara back there, Clara had like 7 blocks tonight. It just really helps in that situation. So I like the direction we're going in. You always want to be better. And we think we can be better. We're going to have to be better to be in the upper echelon of the SEC.
Right. The worst freaking state to live in right now is Texas, and nobody's talking.
Coach, speaking of that, SEC begins. You're headed to LSU. They have a very talented roster. How do you get your team prepared for that?
You gave me no rest, huh? I thought we were talking about Hofstra. No, it's I've played one game down there. And obviously, the atmosphere is great. It's electric, it's fun, but it's basketball, and we just have to make sure we tell our kids it's basketball, regardless of anything else outside of it. It's basketball. But we do know we're playing against a very talented basketball team, probably better than they were last year. You have to ask Kim that, but they're deep. They're a deep basketball team. They've had several different starting lineups, And regardless of what starting lineup they play, they put out their bench is just as good as their starting lineup. And so that's a challenge for us. But we've got some experience, got some experienced players, and we've got to step up and control the game, control what we can control during the basketball game. If we do that, we give ourselves a chance to win. But it's kind of crazy. That's not the game that you really want to come out the gate with, but you got to play them sometime, and it's going to be a really good. I think it's going to be a good matchup.
Go to the back.
Coach, you said after Wright State, you had a crystal ball. This is.
Hey, let me tell you something. He is correct in some of his assumptions. The bench has been very, very productive in non-conference play. Like he said, it's almost, in his opinion, he said, you'll have to talk to Kim a little bit about that. But I would say I think the team this year is a little bit better than it was last year. I played down there before. It's a good time. They're going to be in Baton Rouge, but he's got to keep his kids focused that it is just another basketball game. We're going to see tomorrow if he's able to keep this Kentucky Wildcat team focused. I will say this, back to what Tula Page was saying about his roster, about Morgan. Hold on, where is she on this list? She's got to be. Tony Morgan. She's 5'9". She is averaging, like I was saying earlier, 12.9 points a game, rebounds 3.29, 3.2 rebounds a game, 8.4 assists a game. So, hey, and if you go to her game log, like this last game, she had 10 assists. Before that, 6, 9. Now, if we go to even if we go to like a top 7 matchup against Maryland, she had 8 assists. So she is definitely out here dishing. She is definitely out here dishing this ball. I will say this. Let me say hi to some of y'all. What's up, She Wins? What's going on? To the place. What's going on, Jacob? I see you. What's up, Brian Lewis? Let me see who else. Let me make sure I don't miss nobody. What's up, big girl? I see you in the chat. Hi, ADP. How you doing? Hi, Chicago Cheetah. Yeah, man. So let me. So yeah, this young lady has been dishing this ball. Tony Morgan. I want to say. Where did she? Let me go to her stats. She came from Georgia Tech. This is her first season in Coach Brooks' system, but she seemingly is thriving in the system because her assist numbers did go up so far this season in 14 games played. So we are going to see what she is made of. But I let me go back to the chat because I want to ask y'all a question. I want to ask y'all a question that I seen online. I'm going to bring it up. Where is it? Don't hide from me. Okay, here we go. Number 5 LSU is about to enter its toughest 5-game stretch of the season. On January 1st, they're gonna play number 11 Kentucky. January 4th, they're gonna play number 12 Vanderbilt. January 8th, they're gonna play Georgia. January 11th, they're gonna play Texas. January 18th, they're gonna play Oklahoma. My question to you guys in the chat. Do they stay undefeated during this 5-game stretch? And if you don't believe they're going to stay undefeated, which team do you think could knock off the undefeated LSU Tigers? That's what we're going to talk about today. I'm about to drop a poll in the chat. Hold on one second. Gonna put it in the chat. All right. Yeah. All right. I started the poll. So yeah, so it's up on the thing. Hey, somebody look, big girl, like I think it's an undefeated season. Hey man, let me look, let me look at this. Let's just go look at some of these things. Like I say, Kentucky, who we playing tomorrow, gonna play, is gonna we'll go through a couple of these teams. Let me go back. They have only one loss, and that's against number 7 Maryland. They, along with Tony Morgan, they also have a big in the paint. Let me go back. Let me go back over here to. I don't want to be I can't be like crazy ass Bro Club be saying these Polly cheering name wrong. They got a big in the paint, Clara Strack. Right now, she is averaging 16.8 a game, 9.9 rebounds a game, almost a double-double, 2.3 assists a game, 53% from the field. One of our weaknesses, as we've always lamented, has been, we feel, well, at least as Tiger fans, has been our post players. Do you think we got a Maya Joyner, we got Kate Cabal, we got a little bit of Grace Knox up in there, she's a freshman. You think they can slow down Clara Strack? That's the matchup I'm very interested to see tomorrow. Is the post play? Because in my opinion, I think the guards are gonna do what they normally do. Big girl said she think they can slow down Clara Strack. She said, hell yes. Tula plays say Koval will finally play at actual center. Yes, Clara Strack is 6'5", just like Kate Cabal. So she is one of their leading scorers on the team. So y'all let me know. Well, I think they're gonna, to be honest with you, I would say this. I think they're gonna slow her down by committee. I think Kate Cabal absolutely can contend with her because I think they could contend with her. We're gonna move. Hold on, let me see about who else on this team I want to see before I go move on. Let me see. Let me go see who. And it's Clara Strack. Clara Strack is leading the team in points, rebounds, and steals and blocks. Y'all, Clara Strack, we got to slow her down in the paint. Morgan is leading the team in assists, but Clara Strack, we gotta slow her down. She has her hand in almost everything the Wildcats do, as far as points, rebounds, steals, and blocks. She's averaging 3 blocks per game. So, look, Tula plays a Strack isn't Lisa Leslie. Y'all be all right. We shall see. The next guy, and so if you want my take on it, I think the Tigers will beat the Kentucky Wildcats, but I don't think it's gonna be easy. Like Brian Lewis said, I believe Kentucky will play zone to try and slow LSU down. Yes, because we like to play with pace. So I agree with that. Big girl talking about, remember Keisha, this is SEC, not the Cupcake school. I know. That's why I'm like, You know, Kate Cabal, you know, I don't have any qualms about Amaya Joyner. I know who Amaya Joyner is. She gonna be the same player whether she playing a cupcake or she playing an SEC opponent. She just rough and tumble anyway. I just need to know what Kate Cabal's gonna do. And of course, Grace Knox is a freshman. I have a lot of faith in Grace Knox, but this is her first time in the SEC, so I'm gonna give her grace. I need the other two ladies to come along and handle old Clara Strack. So that's that. We're gonna get to the next team. So are we all in consensus that LSU's gonna beat Kentucky, or is there somebody in this chat that think Kentucky can pull off the upset? Let me know. Put it in chat. Let me know if anybody think Kentucky gonna win tomorrow. I don't think it's gonna be easy because LSU does have to make the LSU women's basketball team does have to make a transition from playing the Cupcakes to the SEC. And sometimes that transition can come slow, you know, and hopefully they get it all together within that same game. So, the big girl said, don't forget about Lil Nisa. I know I. Yeah, look, me personally, I think LSU is probably going to have to go to Grace Knox a little sooner than they think, but we're gonna see how the game flows out. I don't think it'll be a 100-point game either, but we're not caring about 100 points. We just need to win. All right, let's get to the next opponent, Vanderbilt. Now, y'all know I like Vanderbilt because I like my girl, Michaela Blakes. I like my girl, Michaela Blakes. She is leading all scorers for the Vanderbilt Commodores, 23.9 points a game. The rebounds are being led by Sasha Washington. She is a forward for them. It's only 6.9 rebounds per game. The assists are being led by the guard Aubrey Galvin. Michaela Blake is leading the team in steals, and Ayanna Mitchell, another forward, is leading the team in blocks. I will say this. I love me some Michaela Blakes, but I don't think they have enough firepower to slow down the Tigers. So I think it will be, even though I love Michaela Blake's gonna be out there cooking. Don't get me wrong, she's gonna be out there cooking. But I don't believe Vandy has enough to slow down the Tigers. They're not defensively sound enough to me. So I think that's going to be a win for the Tigers too. All right. We'll get to the next team. The next team is Georgia, and they are unranked. I'm gonna go pull up their stats. I haven't really watched Georgia this year. I don't think the Tigers are going to have any problem with them, but I haven't really watched them this year. They have one, their leading scorer is, hold on, let me look it up. Because I don't want to know. The Bulldogs. They have won all of their games too. They are still undefeated, the Lady Bulldogs. They are 14-0. They have been playing cupcakes like us. So that's that. And then Danny Carnegie is the team leader in points. She's also the team leader in rebounds. So, and then Trinity Turner is the leader in assists and steals. They just not going to have enough for the Tigers. Not at all. They're not going to have. What's up, Jonathan? Oh, Lord. Hold on, Jacob Perota. I forgot, y'all. Why y'all let me forget? Y'all, I forgot that ADR is over there on Vanderbilt. Lord. Oh, my Lord. I don't even think that baby playing that much over there for Vanderbilt, which is so depressing. Anyway, moving on. Yeah, Georgia's played a cupcake schedule. They are undefeated as well, but they don't have enough. They next scorer is Trinity Turner, who's another guard. She's scoring 12 points a game, but they don't have enough. They don't have enough for the Tigers. So we're gonna move on. And then here comes another gauntlet, y'all. After the Georgia game, we're gonna play Texas with Madison Booker and Rory Harmon, y'all. Do y'all think this game right here is probably the only game I feel like we can get got? Am I the only one that feels that way? Because Texas is a better team to me this year than they were last year. Of course, their leading scorer is Madison Booker. She's leading with 18.8 points a game. And she's leading in rebounds at 7.3 rebounds per game. But there's other bigs on that team that can rebound as well. Rory Harmon is leading with assists. She's having a phenomenal year. She's leading in assists and steals. Jordan Lee is coming around. I remember last year she was coming off the bench. She's been starting this year, and she's doing really, really well with in that starting lineup with Rory Harmon and Madison Booker. You already know that Old Acre is up in there slapping people around like she do. She averaging 12 points a game and 6 rebounds coming off the bench. A lot fun. I also like Bria Cunningham, who they have. I don't know. In the paint chat, let me know. In the paint chat, I told you what my concerns lie. In the paint chat, can we slow down Bria Cunningham and Old Acre? Can we slow them down, chat? Can we slow them down, chat? I mean, I know Madison Booker can also get on a heater. Don't get me wrong. Rory Harmon can go on a heater too. Don't get me wrong. I get it. But if we get abused in the paint, look, to the play say, who is guarding Madison Booker? Well, it's probably going to be by committee, though. In my opinion. To be honest with you, it's supposed to be, to be honest with you, the matchup probably was supposed to be probably Michaela Williams. But I think it's going to be by committee, what they do on Madison Booker. Does that make sense? I think Michaela Williams going to take some. Flage going to take some. It's going far as with Madison Booker. Chicago Cheetah says, look, Big Girl said, we almost beat them last season and look, Chicago City say we almost beat them last season in Texas. If we hadn't blown that 15-point lead, I say we beat them twice. I agree. We did. Tulip said last season is not this season. Texans are better this year. You are correct, but so is LSU. They are better this year too. So there's that. Chicago Cheetah said, we did a pretty good job defensively. We're the only ones last year that had the injuries. Now it's their turn on the injury side. Big Girl says she not worrying about Cunningham first year at SEC, plus she saw. Okay. And then Chicago Cheetah said Madison Booker has not played well against us, and she will not. I am great now. Said last year Paul had Old Acre stress last season. I know. That's why I think it's going to be by, especially Madison Booker. They did a lot of things last year to frustrate her. She didn't play well in that game. The game playing that Kim Mulkey had against Madison Booker was a good game playing last year. I don't know what it's going to be this year, but last year she started off that game missing a lot of shots. She was not effective in that first half. They had to get it from other places. To the place that MK12 can't guard nobody good. Look, hey, you ain't gonna have me on here talking about she no defensive guru or nothing. She can hold her own, but she is not no defensive guru like that. No, she's gonna have to. But I think she can at least try to stay with her. So hold on. So Big Girl said, "Okay, let's flip the script, Tulip. Who's guarding Michaela, Fawali, Richard, Flage, Knox, Hines? Who's guarding all them people?" Yeah. I just wanted to put a body on her. That's all, to the place. Jonathan said, I may go to that Texas and Louisiana game. Anybody else going? Now, I'm thinking about it. I ain't going to the one this year because I might go to because I think they play Texas twice. I might go to the one, because I'm in Texas. I might go to the one in Austin. I'm not going to be able to make it home. So I'll be online talking to y'all. Madison Booker cook LSU. Oh, okay, let's go see. Somebody said they cook. So maybe I'm remembering the game wrong. LSU versus Texas. What was that? 2025? No. Yeah, that was in 2025. It was just early 2025. Let's see. He said they cook. So I'm gonna go see. Maybe I'm remembering the wrong game because let's see here. The first game, LSU lost 58-65. That was on, what date is this? Hold on, y'all. Don't make me lie. I don't want to lie to y'all. That was on February 16th. It's a low-scoring affair. Madison Booker had 16 points, like I remembered before. And Pharaoh, Madison Booker was 3 of 17 in that game. My memory is not always that great, but I remember the big games. Her teammates helped out because Lauren Harmon went 4 of 10. She was struggling a little bit too. They had Taylor Jones out there, was 5 of 11, but the bench brought them 20 points off the bench. But I'll repeat, Madison Booker was 3 of 17 in that game. And even though she had 16 points, 10 of them came from free throws. She shot 10 free throws. Count them. So if she wouldn't have shot free throws, what she produced on the floor was 6 points. I'm going to go to the next game. They played on March 8th. They lost. LSU lost 49-56. Still a low scoring game. Madison Booker played well that game. She was 10 of 19 for 25 points. I believe that was the game Anissa Morrow got hurt because she only played 20 minutes. Somebody that got better memory than me, refresh my memory. Because I want to say Anissa Morrow got hurt in that game. So yes, Madison Booker in the second game was 10 of 19 for 25 points. But what's funny in this game is Anissa Morrow played 20 minutes. Michaela Williams played 33. Miracle Shepherd played 34. Oh, I remember. Oh, that's what it was. Oh, and another thing too, Pharaoh, Flage didn't play. Flage didn't play in that second game in Texas, against Texas. And Anissa Morrow only played 20 minutes. Big girl said ankle injury. Yeah, I was just wondering. Yeah, I thought something happened to Anissa Morrow in that game. And Flage didn't play at all. But yes, you're correct. Madison Booker cooked the backups. Yeah, I remember. Yeah, okay. I am great now. I say, yeah, Morrow was out the whole second half. So you're right. She cooked the backups. See, context matters. So even in that game, that's why even in that game, Texas scored 56 points. LSU scored 49. That was a low scoring affair. God dang. Yeah, but yeah, I mean, if you know, it is what it is. So I absolutely believe we could beat Texas. Because I actually think this LSU team has more talent than the team had last year. And this team is healthy. So we shall see. But Texas is the number 2 team in the nation, and I'm not going to disrespect them. Of course, either team could win this game, in my opinion. So that's that on that. That's all I have on that. Oklahoma is the last game. Number 8, Oklahoma, with Chavez and Reagan Beard. Chavez is the freshman phenom who's been a little inconsistent, but that's to be expected. She's a freshman. I like Chavez. I like Chavez's game. And then you have Reagan Beard in the post, doing her thing. So, in the Oklahoma, let me see how the Oklahoma, let me go look up their stats right here. I mean, Oklahoma is one of them teams. I mean, you know what you're going to get out of Oklahoma, what you're going to get out of Reagan Beers. They also is a team that is 12-1. They only loss came against UCLA, 73-59, but they have beat everybody else. Their only top 25 opponent was Oklahoma State, and they beat them 92-70. I think Oklahoma State might be. That's the only ranked opponent they played, except for UCLA, who they lost to the second game of the season. So take that for whatever you will, because they was just that game was so early, and Aaliyah Chavez was so new. She's a freshman, and that just was an early matchup that I really can't put a lot of stock in, because she was just so new to the SEC and new to the system that they running out there in Oklahoma. So the team, the stats, Oklahoma is being led by their freshman, 18.9 points a game. The rebounds leaders for Oklahoma is, of course, Reagan Beers. Aaliyah Chavez is also leading them in assists, 4.4. Steals is Van, 2.8. And blocks is also being led by Reagan Beers, 1.2 per game. I just don't know. I just don't think Oklahoma has enough firepower, and Aaliyah Chavez sometimes can be she can be exploited defensively. Aaliyah Chavez can be. Reagan Beers is a good rim protector, but she's not a person that could switch or nothing like that. So I think, look, Tua Clay say the freshman phenom plays in Cali, not Oklahoma. Look, let me tell you something. They say she took all that money. That's why I call her that Tua plays. But hey, y'all let me know. Do y'all think Oklahoma can beat LSU? I am great now. Say Chavez will be eaten alive by Flau'jae Fuwale and Richard buzzing around. Watch Fuwale go crazy with the stick. Yeah, man. I agree with you. I'm great now. It's gonna be too overwhelming for Chavez. And defensively, I do like. It's another girl on their team I like. Hold on, y'all. That's another girl. Sahara Williams. I like Sahara Williams on their team. She's averaging 13.8 points a game, 8.7 rebounds a game. But like I said, I don't think they got enough. Yeah, I don't think they got enough. I think LSU is going to beat this team, Oklahoma. I think they're going to beat. So it is potential, in my opinion, for LSU to go undefeated in these next 5 games. The one that poses, in my opinion, that poses the most threat will be Texas. But that's my take on this. That's my take on this. But I think it's gonna be an early test. Look, January 1st, January 4th, January 8th, 11th, and the 18th. God damn. Well, cupcake season is over. Yeah, right, Tua plays. I agree with that. Oklahoma will have a good game if Chavez's shot is falling. But the problem with Chavez, even if her shot is falling, I think she's going to give up a lot of shots. I think she's a little bit of a liability out there. Only because right now she's the newbie. She's never seen nothing like this before. So it's gonna be. I mean, Neekins had her own skates in that first game, but I think that was I just think she was just getting to know stuff. But yeah, I don't know. I don't have a lot of high hopes for them beating LSU, but I could be wrong. Y'all let me know in the chat. I don't think they pose that kind of a threat. Let me go look at some of they. Let me go to their home. See if I can pull up a couple of they. Do they have any highlights out here? Oh, I ain't gonna mess around with YouTube because YouTube be out here tripping. They be out here tripping, trying to shut a player down. I ain't got time. But yeah, that's just my take on it. I don't think defensively, I don't think they can. Defensively, I don't think Oklahoma can keep up. I don't think they can even keep up with the pace of the Tigers. Talking about the Oklahoma Sooners, I don't think they can even keep up with the pace of them. So we shall see. We shall see. But look, Tula plays say Chavez defense ain't as bad as CC's. Oh, okay. No, I ain't gonna say anybody a cone. Like, I don't think Chavez is a cone. I just think, but they got people that can run by. You know, she ain't sliding them puppies quick enough. That's all I can say. I'll say that. She's just not sliding them puppies quick enough. And it's going to get better over time. She's going to get better over time. She's a freshman. So, but Reagan Beers in the paint, you already know she pretty much automatic when she down there. If she get position, cool. But Reagan Beers ain't the type of person to be coming out switching on nobody, nothing like that. So they got a lot of high pace players on LSU. And I just don't know if the Sooners can keep up with that pace. Now, if the Sooners get the Tigers to slow down and play their game, that will benefit the Sooners. And they shouldn't get lulled into that. But other than that, I think LSU is gonna beat this. Is gonna beat that team. So hey, Tula plays. We're gonna see what my Tigers got. And just tomorrow, the next week or two, you're gonna stop calling us Cupcake University. But we're gonna get to the next topic because I want to talk about before I get up out of here, I want to talk about how the new Power Rankings came out, and y'all let me know if they being disrespectful because ESPN putting out Power Rankings, and I'm gonna let y'all see. The first Power Ranker, number one is still the UConn Huskies, so that wasn't shocking at all. It says the UConn Huskies will play in the 7 days, Providence versus Seton Hall, and then just over 3 minutes into that game on Butler Sunday, the Huskies trailed 10-6. The slow start turned a few heads. Of course, UConn ripped off the next 27 points and never looked back. Sarah Strong had 15 points and 7 assists in 24 minutes. And AZ Fuzz scored 13 points in 22 minutes. But what I want y'all to know about the UConn Huskies is, let's just get to it before I come back up. They have had some injuries. UConn point guard Arnold and forward Patterson hurt in practice. They are out versus the Fire. UConn junior guard KK Arnold and sophomore forward Ayanna Patterson will miss the Huskies game at Providence on Wednesday. Arnold has been ruled out with a nasal fracture, and Patterson suffered a concussion, both of which were sustained in practice on Tuesday. So just to let y'all know, UConn is dealing with a couple of injuries, but they were sustained in practice. But the good thing about them is they have such a cupcake conference schedule. They should be all right to get these people back. I don't know how long they're gonna be out, but KK Arnold and Ayanna Patterson are out. They got injured in practice. So that's what's going on for number 1, UConn Huskies. They're still 13-0. Number 2 is Texas Longhorns. No shock there. They pretty much kept them there, 15-0. The Longhorns, I think they're going to play Mizzou on January 1st, and then they'll play Ole Miss on January 4th. So I don't have any problem with them staying at number 2. Number 3 is where the questions came in. The UCLA Bruins jump the Gamecocks and take the number 3 power ranking. Their previous ranking was 4, now it's 3. They play Penn State on December 31st, and they play the Trojans on January 3rd. It says Lauren Betts dominated on the inside with 18 points, 16 rebounds, and 3 blocks. And Kiki Rice made important shots or defensive plays in the biggest moment in the win over Ohio State. Their appearance, plus that of fellow senior starters in Neekins, Lego Walker, and Jacquez, was on full display. That starting lineup has combined to play 581 collegiate games and is another reason UCLA is a big favorite to win the Big Ten championship. I am about to load up some of the highlights from this Ohio State game. Why I am doing that, I want y'all to let me know in the chat. Do you think, because I think the reason why they're letting UCLA jump the Gamecocks in the power rankings is because of the injury to Nia Latson. But you let me know whether UCLA should have jumped the Gamecocks or not. Y'all let me know in the chat while I load up these highlights from UCLA versus Ohio State. Hold on one second. I'm bringing it up. Here we go. It's a coming.
Slotted in very well to her new program. Back to Betts inside. What a spin on Lemula. Missed the layup. Here's Jelani Cambridge with a blow-by. And one.
So you do have time to catch and shoot. It has to be quick. You can't double pump. You can't do anything.
Incredible. Bruins with an answer.
Okay, Kiki.
To see if it counts. Scores averaging this many points per game, 4 of them on a single roster.
And Dugovic coming off the bench, averaging.
Okay, Kiki.
Now she's really good. Kiki Rice hit that half-court shot to end the third quarter. 16 points, 4 rebounds, 4 dimes.
Jelani Cambridge, though, is going to the free throw line.
Looked like Ohio State had to battle back out of a hole.
Out to Kennedy. And that does it.
Yeah, I see at the end of the third quarter, Kiki was hitting that thing from half court. I said, okay, Kiki, I see you playing. But I think we're gonna go back to the power rankings and we're gonna see what they say about the Gamecocks. They say the Gamecocks' previous ranking was 3. They went down to 4. A 96-55 win over Providence wasn't the biggest news for the Gamecocks on Sunday. That was the ankle injury suffered by Nia Latson in the first half. Her status has yet to be updated, but if Latson misses any time, it's another injury blow to South Carolina, which has already played 8 games this season without all 10 players. And for one of the few times in Don Staley's tenure in Columbia, depth is an issue for the Gamecocks. So, guys, yeah, they probably did. Yeah, because I think they play. Let me go back over here. Yeah. So the Gamecocks are going to play on January 1st as well. They're going to play Alabama. Then the next game will be Florida. So let me know, guys, Let me go to some of your comments in the chat to see what y'all said. Do you believe UCLA should have jumped the Gamecocks in the power rankings? I do know that UCLA's strength of schedule has been harder for what my research told me. But let me look at some of y'all comments. Oh, okay, hold on. Here we go. Let me go up a little bit. Oh, okay. To the play says Lauren Betts is back in form after her arm nigga. Sienna is back from injury. Latson is hurt. Yeah. Another caveat to this story is Lauren Betts' sister is back. Sienna Betts is back, which she hadn't been there for the previous games. I think this is about her third game back. I could be wrong, but she is now back. So she wasn't there during that tournament where they lost, and they lost to I want to say it was Texas. Let me see. Let me go pull up that thing just to make sure. I don't want to be lying to y'all. You know how I am. I don't like it. Yeah, they lost to Texas, and that is their only loss was to Texas. And Sienna Betts was not playing in that game. Big Girl said, no, they only moved up because Corey was crying about not getting any coverage. Hey, I'm a conspiracy theorist person. That could have something to do with it, Big Girl. I ain't gonna say it don't. Because it is very convenient. You know. Yeah. Let's see what else. Okay, AC Shoutout saying UCLA is not beating Michigan. This PR is lying like a rug. After that, hey Keisha, hey AC Shoutout. That's pretty much what Big Girl just said. Like, she was out, Coach Corey Close was out there crying and nobody covers her team and woo, 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 and boo, boo, boo. And nobody likes Lauren Betts. And I got good players over here. Did y'all forget I got Sienna Betts over here? And they ain't got nobody from the media came and did nothing. Boo, boo. It's ridiculous. We the number 4 team in the nation and nobody cares. Next thing you know, they moving up a power ranking. Moving on. To the play say chat be underrating Texas and UCLA all the time. Well, my take on this is this. The Gamecocks do have a depth issue. I don't know how long Tanaya Latson is going to be out, but they were already only had 10 players on the team, and right now, let me go look at their roster. This team is big, heavy. They do have the freshman Ayla McDowell, and they are going to get the overseas player Alicia Turnerbeast. I could be saying her name wrong, so somebody correct me in the chat. But Alicia Turnerbeast is a 6'7" forward, so that's not going to help the guard position that they'll be lacking if Tanaya Latson have to be out for an extended amount of time. They do still have Maddie McDaniel, and they have, like I say, they have the freshman, who's a guard too. But yeah. Yeah, man. They big headed. But and Joyce Edwards is leading the team in points. So I kind of get where the ranking is coming from because it's taking it into account. It's taking into account the depth of the Gamecocks at that guard position. But I don't think Tanai Latson is going to be out a long time. And the trip part about the whole thing is this. All right. The Gamecocks are going to play Alabama and Florida, which they probably can beat them without Tanai Latson the next 2 games. UCLA, on the other hand, is going to have to play. They're probably beating the shit out of Penn State right now. Let me go look. They got to play Penn State, and then they got to play USC. So let me go see if they're beating the devil out of them right now. Lord, somebody said they was beating the devil out of them. Let's see what they're doing, because I was up here talking to y'all. Hold on, let me see what they're doing out here in these streets. Let's see what we're doing out here in these streets. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah, they beat the hell out of them 97-61. Betts had, oh, shit, she had 25 points. But Penn State, not really a great team. But it is what it is. Betts was 11-19 for 25 points. Did her sister play? Yeah, she played. She was 4 of 8 for 10 points. She came off the bench. So the Betts sisters are out here trying to get it in. Kiki Rice had 16 points. She was 5 of 9, and Neekins was 6 of 9. Meanwhile, Penn State Lady Lions only had Keomi McMillan in double figures. She had 13 points, but she was 6 of 17. Ooh, yikes. Keomi McMillan got done in. So and then they had somebody off the bench for 15 points. Which was Grayson Merkel. But other than that, they didn't really have a bit. Lord have mercy. Yowza. So yeah. Keomi McMillan, 6 of 17. Yeah, she was having a hard time. That baby was struggling. So anyway, then UCLA will play USC. My point is, UCLA has the potential to lose a game, whereas I don't think the Gamecocks are going to lose. So I think they should have just left the power rankings the way it was. I think that Anchor gonna get some treatment, and Tanai Latson might be back before the next power rankings come out. Because I think she just kind of twisted a little bit, and they set her down. So that's my take on that. I know people think I be to the plays and all that, be thinking I be hating on the West Coast, but I don't be hating on the West Coast. It's just something about Lauren Betts. She was dominant on this team she just played. But they're not really all that good, though. Let me see. Do they got anybody as big as Lauren Betts? Talking about this Penn State team. Let's see. They got Maggie Mendelson. She's 6'5", and she is oh Lord, she averaged 5 points a game. Moving on from that. Yeah, I don't know, y'all. They seem like Penn State seemed like their starting lineup is fairly little, y'all. So that's why Lauren Best was out there dominating. Now, let me tell y'all something. The starting lineup for Penn State, 4 of them are 5'9" and under. One girl is 6'5". Just to give y'all some context. The other 6'4" girl, she's a freshman. They had her coming off the bench. So, I don't know. They got a lot of big girls coming off the bench. So, I don't know what's going on with that. All I know is, all I know is, here comes Jacob Perot. Yeah, she was 6'5". Yeah, that's what I said. The one guarding Beth was 6'5". That girl, Maggie Middleton, she was 2 for 5. Okay, 2. The girl that was guarding Betts played 20 minutes. That's it. She played 20 minutes to them. She had 7 points, 2 of 5, 1 rebound to them. 1 assist, 1 turnover, 2 blocks, 2. I can concur with that, but you're not understanding. That girl she's not really that good. Oh, never mind. Have you ever heard of Maggie Mendelssohn? Chat. Yeah, the Sinners ain't been that great this year in women's college basketball. There's not a whole bunch of them that's out here just dominating. But you know, I don't know. I don't know, Chad. But my Tigers stay at number 5, which I knew they would. The Sooners stay at number 6. Tula about to lose her mind because the Horned Frogs TCU went from ranking number 8 to number 7. The Iowa State Cyclones went from number 9 to number 8. And the Michigan Wolverines went down in the power rankings to number 9 under Iowa State. What y'all think about that? The Michigan Wolverines are below Iowa State and TCU right now on these power rankings. Is Gracie Merkel the one that was guarding? Because I didn't watch the game. Was Gracie Merkel the one guarding Lauren Best most of the time? Which one was guarding her? And why do they have Merkel on the bench? Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I didn't watch the game. I was on here with y'all. I ain't watch it. So that's why I'm asking. Jacob Perot says she's slow. Yeah, I was wondering. I mean, Tula Play says she's really, really good, but She on the bench though. She coming off the bench. So I knew they had to be some kind of problem while she on the bench. I seen that she scored 15 points a game. She scored 15 points this game, but she came off the bench. But my other question before I get up out of here, do y'all think Michigan Wolverines should look, they got the Michigan Wolverines at number 9. Let me just tell y'all this. And then at the end, I think number 10 is Maryland Terps or number 10. Just to let y'all know. I just thought it was interesting that the Michigan fell so far in the rankings, but it reads this. Michigan suffered the biggest fall in the rankings after escaping Eugene with a double overtime victory over Oregon. So they penalized Michigan because they went into double OT against unranked Oregon. The patience, efficient shooting, and ball security that had defined the Wolverines' early season success was not there. They turned over the ball 26 times and shot just 41% from the field. The 22 missed free throws were even more concerning. That has been a weakness all season. Michigan ranks 299th in the country in free throw accuracy at just 65.3%. So maybe Michigan, when they got all that hoopla with Silas Sword, and I like Silas Sword, don't get me wrong. I like me some Silas Sword. You ain't gonna give me. I like me some Silas Sword, but maybe when they got all that hoopla, when they almost beat UConn, I believe it was, and then they beat I think it was, who was that they beat? Notre Dame at the beginning of the season. And they almost beat UConn at the beginning of the season. And maybe we got an inflated view of Michigan at that time. But the power rankings have adjusted because it took them 2 overtimes to take out the Ducks. To the place say Oregon Ducks ain't no joke team. Yeah, it took the It took them 2 overtime to take out the Ducks. So they fell in the power rankings and they were leapfrogged by Artie Crooks and her Cyclones and Olivia Miles and her Horned Frogs. Hey guys, y'all had me up here talking for 15 years. But before I go, I'm going to show y'all the highlights of LSU and the Alabama State game. And then I'm going to get up out of here because I got to go back to work. I got to go back to work messing around with y'all. Here we go.
I'll start doing them. You do the highlight here. Is Alabama State taking on LSU and looking to move to 14-0 on the season, hosting Alabama State. Caleb Williams getting the fast break lay-in, and Williams ends up having 11 points. Malaysia Full Wiley, opportunity for a no-look pass is Akaya Johnson on the baseline jumper. Decent start, 20-2, right?
Not bad, especially defensively. I thought they had that intensity that we were wanting to see from LSU to start this game. I mean, holding a team to just 2 points in about 6.5 minutes. And it's plays like this for Wiley. I mean, that's bread, butter all day. And, man, does she look good in the yellow and purple.
Oh, man, part of a 20-0 run for the Tigers. Now 22-4. Johnson with the steal. You're talking about those different steals that they had. You said you were impressed with the offense, but it was something that you wanted to see from Kim Mulkey's defense right from the jump.
Yeah, a point of emphasis for them, certainly. And it just being – super active, and one of the players, man, in the country that's got one of the most active hands is for Wiley. I love that she finds her teammate, and this is a very unselfish LSU team. I mean, they're running about 10 deep. We didn't even get the chance to see Grace Knox, who's one of the best freshmen.
She was freshman of the week last week.
In the conference.
But Wiley with another steal takes it to the bucket, 28-6 after the first. We kind of knew the vibe of this one early in the PMAC. And then Flage, she said she didn't play well. Again, that's
I
not
love
bad.
her
When
self-awareness.
yeah. Well, you could just tell how comfortable she is in her skin.
Give her a mic and it's over.
No, it
right?
is.
That
Many different
interview
ways.
was over when we gave her.
Flage Johnson ended up having 9 points. Jada Richard this time with the steal. 53-14 at the break. Now 42-point game. Malaysia, golly, if they do this, that's going to be a very dangerous team.
And she's coming off the bench for Kim Mulkey this year, and she brings such a spark, and she's just blended really well. And Kate Koval as well, the Notre Dame transfer, a big down low who can really handle her own.
I think I just saw Joe Schwartz right there in the highlight making it pretty good, and that's the
Shout out,
box
Joe.
score. If you played in this game, Steffi, you scored some points. Not the first time that we've seen that, but it won't be the first time we see that in today.
All right, guys. Hey, I am about to get up out of here. I hope this was fun. You know, when we be looking at these power rankings, we be like ESPN. They don't, you know, they be doing their own thing. I don't really. You know, they penalize them. There's a lot of good teams out here that some of these teams are not going to be ranked, but that especially when you playing teams in your conference, it's always going to be a hard go of it. But they don't. It seems like sometimes with these rankings, they don't take none of that into account. That when you're in a conference, those teams know you best. And they can push you to the wire. To the place says the SEC and Big Ten are the best conferences. Easily, they should do SEC versus Big Ten next year. ACC mid. I agree. Yeah, because the ACC challenge, you know, it was a little. I think they maybe won like 3 of them games, but it was dominated by the SEC, and the Big Ten is a good conference. So that's why I think when people do these rankings, they really need to consider the strength of the conferences that these teams are playing in. But hey, that is just me personally. I probably would have left the rankings the way they were, but they wanted to shake up. They wanted to shake it up a little bit. I get them taking into account South Carolina's injuries to Tanaya Latson. I could be wrong about Oddie Crooks and what's the other team that leapfrog? The Horned Frog, TCU. I haven't seen TCU play the type of teams that Michigan has played to allow them to leapfrog Michigan. But hey, I don't run any ESPN. Until I would have left TCU below Michigan because they're not battle tested yet. But I get it. The way they look, though, same thing with the LSU. The way they look, you know. So style matters, chat. I know people don't think it matters, but it do. It matters. And when you play an unranked team and you don't dominate them, then rankings do something different. So, hey, I know. Not in the top 10. Tulip, they do have your Trojans. Let me go back and look. They do have your Trojans. They just don't have them in the top 10. Let me see what. Nope, they don't. They only show the top 16. So, no, they're not in these rankings at all. They only show the top 16. So, hey, I understand, Tulip. I understand. But guys, thank y'all for being here for this good discussion. This was fun. Y'all make sure y'all hit the like button as y'all head out the door. If you're going to hit me up on the playback, please make sure you like, share, and comment. I'll see y'all again on Friday. Thank you. Have a safe New Year's Eve and New Year's Day. Please be safe out there. Thank y'all for pulling up. I'm out of here. Bye, guys.